In season 11 of MeatEater, we've got a lot of great stuff. We've got calling in 1,000+ pound bull moose to 19 yards. We've got jabbing oceanic white-tip sharks in the face to try to get them out of the chum line. And one of the best ideas we had for season 11 was the ultimate ice fishing episode.
Oh my goodness, this is the school. Oh, there's a bunch of fish down there.
Here, pass that to me.
Oh yeah.
But you'll never see that episode. Of the way over 100 episodes of MeatEater, our ice fishing episode became one of only 2 that will not see the light of day. And I want to take some time to explain why that is and why ice fishing remains the white whale of outdoor television. To help do that, I'm going to have on our producer, Sam Bates, and our wilderness production assistant and not meteorologist, Chester Floyd. We had long talked about doing an ice fishing show. In fact, we had scheduled ice fishing shows that we then canceled because of the weather. And Chester eventually came to us and said, I know where to go to make the ultimate, perfect, most action-packed ice fishing show ever.
Yeah, and it was Devil's Lake, North Dakota.
This is the part that always confuses me. As the date approached, we knew that it was worse weather than the first time we canceled because of the weather.
Let me explain a little bit. I love ice fishing, and I was stoked about this episode. Man, when you're on fish in a spot like this though, sitting in when it's negative 25 out, and you're sitting in a hut, like warm hut catching perch, oh, dude, I love it. It's like,
You're getting away with something.
it's like my favorite things.
As was I.
And I drove out there all by myself over New Year's. I spent New Year's by myself in a little trailer, and it was like negative 30 degrees out, scouting ice fishing spots for this show. We never went to those spots.
Don't even start with that shit, man. That is like, you cannot make it that was the problem.
I'm just kidding.
Hang on. I asked, what was this supposed to look like?
Okay, yeah, road trip.
So we're heading out to the big lake this morning, Devil's Lake. The target is yellow perch, hopefully big yellow perch.
So we were supposed to drive out and fish this spot that was going to be like a fantastic ice fishing spot.
Which it is.
Yeah. Listen, no one's arguing that it can be. We're talking about why our thing didn't work.
Yeah.
And so knowing we wanted to film the whole episode, I wanted to go to a hot spring we go to often, Chico Hot Springs. One of the main things I like about Chico Hot Springs is one of the greatest American films ever made, Rancho Deluxe, has a scene in Chico Hot Springs. Let's say we catch female perch that are bearing eggs.
Yes.
I understand that there's a thing that you've done that I haven't done,
Yeah, one time.
a donut.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, perch eggs turn into like a custard type of filling that you'd find in a donut. And so I'm gonna make perch roll donuts.
Only you, Cal.
I think it'd trick
So it'd be
just
like
about
biting
anybody.
into a Long John, but when you hit the whatever that is, the custard filling.
I think a good way to look at it would be like the Twinkie, if you're familiar with that.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah.
I love them.
Full of perch eggs. It's
Yeah.
a great idea, man. And I thought that alone was going to make the show.
It's a great idea.
It went off without a hitch, too.
Went off without a hitch.
It was great.
I want to play a game where we name a thing that went wrong. Just name the thing that went wrong, and we'll go in loops until we run out of things that went wrong.
Okay, this is like, I repressed all of this.
Okay.
I have to bring it all back.
Name a thing that went wrong.
The cameras didn't work.
Mandy Urich, who's from the area, is like, there's no way you can ice fish in this weather.
Yep.
Remember that? She's like, nothing's going to start. None of the equipment's going to work. Yeah, like I had to sleep on that couch that whole week. Everybody around me dying of COVID and shit. I'm on that couch.
Aww.
The batteries didn't work either.
I think it was negative 27 degrees this morning, is what the truck said. And just about everything that we have that uses a battery
He's hating life.
is hating life right now.
Oh yeah, just crazy winds all the time.
Hey, zip that up, would you?
We got stuck. It just got buried in that snowdrift. And then you almost blew yourself up with propane tank.
Okay, you should turn that off. Definitely turn that off.
You need to turn that off.
You should turn that off. Oh, I got one for you. We were ice fishing. Let's go to that. Let's go to that old spear hole and see what depth is. It was gonna be too that like part of what makes ice fishing so excruciating to watch is you're just in a shanty. And who cares? And nowadays, it wasn't like this in the old days. Nowadays, you're staring at a flasher. So it's a person in a small, like picture a person in an outhouse.
Come on.
Staring at a screen.
Still slithering on the bottom.
And you can't see what they're watching. And that the viewer is supposed to watch that person and that viewer is supposed to have a good time.
Oh, now under you, Steve. Oh, there's a couple. Yes, come on. Let's get them fired up. Don't you dare swim by. Come on. Oh, that hurts. That was full rejection. Oh, he might still be hanging around.
It can't be done. But we had it that we're like, we won't really use the shanties, you know? We'll be out, we'll be like barbecuing, drinking beers, slaying all kinds of pike and wandering around like a party. You could not be outside. It was dangerous to be outside.
Oh, wow. Sorry.
The whole time I was really being hopeful because like we had caught some fish. I thought maybe we could just scratch it out.
Yes!
Yeah, Mandy.
You're the transducer out of the hole.
Yep.
Woo! We're on the board!
That took a long time, Mandy.
Hey, monkeys off our shoulders. Get to it now.
Could this be the white bass? The last species to check off the list?
He's following it. Is he gonna eat it?
I'm running out of room. Got him.
There you go.
Nice. Oh, that's a big white bass.
Oh, nice.
Look at that thing.
Dude, that's great.
Look how fat it is.
Wow. That's beauty, man.
They're such cool looking fish.
Don't worry, buddy. It's not a giant. There he is.
Hey, you know, there's one thing that went right though. You got a pike.
Yeah.
Steve. Yeah! Sweet!
Come on.
Well, there he is.
That's a good shot. You made up for the other one.
Well, I feel like he might be the other one.
You think it's the same fish?
Well, I mean,
It looks about the same size.
yeah, and then he approached, took a gander, swiped at it.
He swiped at it again?
It was like he did the exact same approach, exact same swipe. I don't
Wow.
know. I feel like he was like, oh wow, there's another one of them.
I don't think you can make a better shot because you didn't touch any meat.
No, he didn't. He didn't do a whole lot.
So we won't release this one.
Well, Mandy's trying to chop me into letting him go.
Okay, well.
That one's gonna get released right into the grease.
That shot, me getting that pike, I equated it to when they scored the winning goal in the 1980s Olympics when the Americans beat the Russians. Do you believe in miracles?
Yes.
It's like that moment in American history, and then there's me getting that pike.
Wow.
But
And just as many people will watch, right?
In production, you put a lot goes behind the scenes to make one of these episodes for you guys. A lot.
we sent it to an editor, and he went through it, and we want a outside opinion, someone that wasn't there, like watch the footage. Is there a show there? And Hansi watched the footage and he said,
Nope.
I'd like to think I like worked too hard that, you know, hopefully they wouldn't fire me over that one.
Didn't make up for wasting all that money and time.
Oh, gosh, Steve, way to just
And equipment.
just rub it in a little more. It's all my fault.
It really is, you know? It really is. Chester's Folly. That's a great name.
I like that. That's what we should call the show.